Patagonia is a well-known outdoor clothing company that focuses on sustainable goods. You may have heard of it, or the South American region it's named after. It's interesting to note Patagonia didn't start as a clothing company. Back in the 1950s, Patagonia's founder, Yvon Chouinard, was a mountain climber who frequented the sandstone cliffs of Stony Point and eventually the high mountains of Wyoming, Canada, the Alps, and Yosemite. In those early days of climbing, the equipment was fairly new. Metal spikes called pitons were hammered into the rock face during a climb to act as an anchor and to protect against falls. In his passion for a better experience, Chouinard found he could forge better pitons than the soft iron ones regularly used at the time. After purchasing a forge from a junkyard in 1957, he taught himself how to blacksmith and created the first steel pitons. Eventually, his higher quality steel pitons saturated the market. Similar to many business people and entrepreneurs, Chouinard started his business because of his passion, and then it fueled his success. In the beginning, working out of the back of his car, profits were slim. However, by 1965, there was enough demand for Chouinard's gear that he was able to partner with an engineer named Tom Frost. By 1970, Chouinard Equipment had become the largest supplier of climbing hardware in America. Eventually, the company began producing clothing in addition to equipment. After some legal issues related to climbing safety, the company split in two. The climbing equipment business was purchased by a longtime partner and became Black Diamond Equipment, while the clothing business became Patagonia. Today, Patagonia is one of the most admired outdoor clothing companies in the world. Their success started with a founder's passion for the outdoors, and it continues today with a company culture committed to natural quality products inspired by a love for what their website refers to as, quote unquote, our one and only home. They even commit 1% of their total sales, or 10% of their profit, whichever's more, to environmental groups every year. Patagonia's story is a perfect example of meaningful work. It was founded on a passion for the outdoors and quality equipment, which is an excellent why that people so desperately crave in their careers. Today, this passion directly connects Patagonia's leadership and employees to the earth and those who appreciate it. Patagonia is a perfect example of how a company culture can be connected to meaningful work. Employees are inspired because their organization simultaneously values adventure and conservation, and they gladly serve people who are like-minded. So we as leaders need to figure out, how do I connect my people's passions with what we're doing as an organization? Because when that happens, they've got meaningful work, and then they'll be self-motivated to be their best.